Okay, so, I heard that the Republicans want to vote on Obamacare, to repeal it, and then it's like the repeal will take effect at some point down the road. But you know what? It's like, I really would like to see Obama get credit for that, because during the planning phase for Obamacare, policymakers drafted up two alternates. Let me explain. The medical industry is three things. It is contractors, big and small, that manufacture specialized medical stuff to medical standards that has to be expensive for certain reasons. Even bedpans. Anyway, so, two is lawyers and fund managers, etc. And three is hospital administrators and employees. Now, the plan that we chose was the one that favors the fund managers. But we could do it the other way and fund the, and use the alternate plan for the same amount of money and have it fund the hospital administration funds. It would basically shift the management system of hospitals to something a little bit more like the public school system, which is a nightmare in its own way, but the point is that these hospitals would collectively negotiate themselves with the contractors, and their funding would be under the hood, which is to say, you could sign someone up just when they went to the emergency room. It doesn't even matter. You keep track of a person's medical history, but the reason that would be better is because when the hospital does well, they would have more discretionary authority to pay, nurses' aides and people that actually do work, Now, I would also say, speaking of which, in some retail locations, the business is booming. You can't hardly go without, seeing, crowds of people. Now, you see these crowds of people in the retail stores, and that's a good thing for the managers of those stores because they make bonuses. And when they make bonuses, they can actually be pretty middle class and, make a living that is satisfactory, that allows them to invest in things the way they want to. But in places hardest hit by the internet, this same group of managers is like working for $2 an hour endlessly. And I think that government policy needs to be introduced at some point to kind of ease the burden that the internet has created for these people. Now, these stores aren't going under or anything, they're just not seeing the kind of numbers that deliver pay to their managers, and it's through no fault of their own. And like I said, I think there's a way to do something about that problem. But again, back to Obamacare. Like I said, the perfect plan that is way more practical has already been drawn up in the preparation for the one that was adopted by Congress at the time. And I think that if the Republicans want to vote to repeal Obamacare, this is the time for the Democrats to stand up with and as a matter of fact, motherfucker, and break a chair over the damn Paul Ryan's head or something and be like, look, we have this other plan here that funds the thing in a different way, and that can kind of kick over until then, but we want you to get up in front of everybody and say that's the plan we support, is the one that pays the hospital administration fund and decreases their dependence on donors to get their new equipment and crap from the contractors. So, like I said, I think this is the time when Obama can say, it is not looking weak to demand my fucking share in, what we were trying to do for the people. Now, I'll admit, we underestimated, how it would work in practice, but, I'm just saying, like I said, I think that even with as little time as there is left in office, there is nothing to debate if the damn Republicans could do that. But then again, maybe that was from yesterday. Who knows? All I'm saying is, yikes. But, anyway, that would be cool. And, like I said, I'd just like to see Obama really make the most kick-ass ultimate of ever. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'd like Obama to, I don't know, something. It's like even now, it's like I didn't want Obama to fail. It's like I want, like I said, the things that he accomplished were important, and trying to introduce socialized medicine first through the greedy, and then, maybe, nah, man, 1 second.